Hi, Feni. My name is Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you for getting on board with the course, working through the first few modules. I hope you're finding it interesting and enjoyable, and you've written two really good essays here. There's lots of great stuff. So this essay, doing an enjoyable activity with a child, can develop better skills and imagination than reading. So we've got a do you agree? So we're going to use like a discussion essay. So you've written an approach to early education system has always raised a debate for both educators and parents. I think you need a little bit more at the beginning here. I would say finding the best approach or discussions about the best approach. So I think you need a little bit more there to an early education. You need that. Has always raised debate, both for educators and parents. Good. I argue that. I would just say I believe that. Just give your opinion here. I believe introducing children to fun activities has more advantages. Either is more advantageous or has more advantages rather than just reading. Yes. I think your fun activities, you could give me immediately an indication of what you mean, such as sport or gaming. Has more advantages for rather than just solitary reading, because reading is something you do on your own. So with these essays, the more you add in just little tiny words here or little phrases here or a little adjective here, what this does is this develops your essay, and so you're going to get more points for task achievement. This essay will discuss both views, use examples from games and sports. Yes, that's nice to illustrate examples. So, sorry, I've put gaming and sports there. So can we put Harvard University, something else instead of that? So if you're going to use examples from kind of real places like Harvard University or Oxford or a government or something else, say who they are going to be up here in that section there. So firstly, while reading has numerous benefits, good, excellent. You going to give me what they might be? Kind of just tell me why it's so good. Learning, imagining, or no, let's not say imagining. Learning, understanding, exploring ideas, that sort of thing. Playing games. Now, careful on your modal verbs here. Could develop, yeah, that's okay, skills that may be ignored. Here you need to have may be ignored rather than would by reading alone. This is largely because when playing games, children can develop creativity, cognitive skills and social abilities. For example, research by Harvard. Now we just say research, we don't go a research. So research by Harvard proves that children who play games such as puzzles and Jenga were found. So the children were found to be, you need a passive verb in here, found to be more, ooh, that doesn't exist, that word, quicker at problem solving, maybe, and more friendly compared to those who were. So remember, it's past here and it needs to be past here, were isolated by reading. Very nice example, good paragraph. Therefore, the advantages of playing games are clear, and they, so the games, allow children to progress in ways that reading neglects. Okay, nice, very good, good paragraph. Secondly, engaging in physical activities can or may stimulate a child's motor skills, which cannot be fully developed by reading alone. This is due to the fact that physical exercise, including sport, good, nurtures children's heart. Yes, this is, I thought, very interesting. Strong immune system, and I really like your example. I would just go, for example, or a recent fitness magazine declared that offspring is usually offspring, but I would just say youngsters you could have who engage in swimming or engaging regularly in swimming are rarely found to be sick compared to others who only read. Very nice. Consequently, it's inevitable that engaging, let's not say engaging, participated in or playing sport ensures children progress physically. You'd have to put it that way around, which is often forgotten by reading. Okay, what I really like is the fact that you keep on connecting your answer to the question, which is reading. Skills and imagination. Don't forget to mention that one as well in your discussion. But well done for keeping on track. That's very good. To conclude from the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe that rather than solely focusing on reading, in order to build creativity, imagination, innovation skills, it's more beneficial for children to engage in creative games and sports. In the future, this approach should gain, this is your recommendation, let's go, should gain more attention from parents and educators, so as to ensure our children are healthy and our children have the best upbringing. Something like that, maybe. Just, I think these prediction sentences for me just need a little bit more at the end usually. But that's a really nice essay, well done. So second one about schools, should they be more entertaining? Okay, and you need to show me what you mean by entertaining, which you do in your second paragraph here. The issue of challenging conventional class formats has been raised among educators due to the growing interest in enjoyable learning methods. Okay, just change that a little tiny bit. Has been raised needs to be a passive there. I believe that the latter can generate more benefits for students than the former. So latter and former. This essay will analyse both views, using examples of various innovative methods used to deliver the knowledge in an educational setting. Okay, level on articles, quite a few times I'm picking up little articles that are missing. If you're not quite sure on when to read them, and it is very tricky in English, just try and revise that a little bit. So firstly, while conventional learning bestows advantages in education, let's have educational advantages. Creating an entertaining environment in schools has numerous benefits for student progress. Now, here you have to be very careful. Don't fall into the trap of repeating entertaining the whole time and interesting or stimulating. So it's very important that you can show the examiner alternative vocabulary, not just the words in the question. This is largely because such an approach can generate students' interest, which is the key element in learning process. Okay. For example, a research on education in Japan has found that primary school students are likely to understand the mathematical concept. You don't need the there, just go mathematical concepts faster through games compared to those who are exposed to traditional methods only. Okay, games and interactive student-centered, let's go, because you've got interactive later. Student-centered focus. Let's go a student-centered focus. Okay, so again, I'm just expanding this slightly, which I think helps you in terms of just developing it a little bit more. You're showing the examiner what you mean. Yes, games, okay, games and something else. So give me a little bit more. That's really nice. I like the example. Very good paragraph. Secondly, engaging in fun learning can encourage students to further exploration. Good. This is because learning through enjoyable methods encourages, maybe not invites. I'd probably say encourages students' excitement in the subject compared to detrimental evidence which results from strict traditional methods. Therefore, let's connect all this. Using interactive media and teaching props, for example, just go for example. What do you mean by teaching props? Do you want to tell me what you mean there? For example, allow students to interact and build a sense of attachment to the lesson, which makes it more memorable, Yeah, you could do that, which makes it more memorable. Consequently, such method gives learners a more comprehensive understanding and encourages. So such methods, plural, give learners a more comprehensive understanding and encourages them to learn more than merely the stated learning outcomes. Okay, again, very nice paragraph. To conclude from the example arguments given, I firmly believe that such. Now, again, let's just use a different word there. School environment in school settings can stimulate students' interest and curiosity to explore further. Now, why is that a good thing? Which is relevant for their further education, studies, and work, future and employment prospects. Something like that. Again, just a little bit more. Tell me why it's important. And then in the future, such methods. In future, there is no doubt, or I have no doubt. Let's have your opinion in here again. I have no doubt that such methods will take up more. Will be more prevalent. We could use that word, prevalent. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Okay. Be more prevalent. That means happen more in the education system. Okay, so really nice first essays. You've done very well there. Hope the feedback is helpful to you. Sorry, that was rather long. You've done really well. Just have a look at articles. I think that's something that's coming up. And think of just developing your sentences as much as you possibly can. Well done.